Today we're gonna be reacting to fucking toddler's autopsy reveals boyfriend's horrifying secret. This shit's about to be fucking heavy. Holy shit. Nah, that shit's crazy.
To the bathroom, and then I heard her collapse on the floor.
The injuries that we're talking about are significant.
The doctors explained that the pain was so excruciating, that's probably why she was unconscious.
I was in the camper trying to keep her alive,
I do believe that you did try to keep her alive.
but I didn't do anything to hurt her.
That's the part I don't believe.
I have no reason to hurt nobody for any reason whatsoever. They are just kids.
A 2-year-old child's life hangs in the balance after an incident inside a Florida camper. With no cameras and no other eyewitnesses, police zero in on the one who was with her at the time, a man who says he has...
Nah, this case is about to be heavy. What the fuck, my nigga? Nigga said I would never, as a kid. Nigga, what? She's dead, nigga. They clearly have evidence on the nigga.
No idea what happened.
Let's
it's
fucking
not
get
until
into
medical
this shit.
findings come back that investigators realize they may be in the presence of true evil.
You know how sometimes you just get that feeling like these people ain't normal?
The following report is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now.
The fuck?
On May 3rd, 2022, a case manager at Advent Health Waterman Hospital in Tavares, Florida, calls the police when a toddler arrives at the emergency room in cardiac arrest.
I have a 2-year-old that was brought in with...
In cardiac arrest? What the fuck? No, that's for a toddler? Yeah, GG, this nigga's cut.
Suspected abuse. The baby's being transferred to the ICU at Advent Health Orlando.
The child's mother, Kristen, says that an unknown incident occurred that morning while her baby was in the care of the man she'd been seeing recently, 24-year-old Travis Thompson.
However, they didn't call EMS until they were at the parking lot of the damn smoker. So I don't know where the incident actually occurred because they pulled over on the side of the road and called EMS. They did not call EMS while they were at home.
Did
they call EMS on the way to the hospital?
Correct. They said that she was breathing, but they started CPR there at the house, and then they were driving, and she went unresponsive and pulled over and called 911.
What the fuck? That's fucked up, bro.
As some Marion County Sheriff's deputies respond to the hospital, another heads to the child's home at an RV campground in Umatilla.
Umatilla!
Sheriff's office. Please come to the door. I need to talk. Nobody's in trouble.
This place looks
no one comes to the door, so the
place looks fucking horrid to live in. Air conditioner. Probably somewhere hot. I wouldn't live there. It's like a fucking trailer park. Hell no, nigga.
deputy tries to find out what the neighbors know.
Do you know who lives here?
She must steam. Yeah, she must steam.
How many kids?
How many kids do they have? Two?
You know their names? The reason I'm being one of the small kids is at Waterman's Hospital and not doing too good.
Oh no.
So I need to figure out who lives here.
The guy's name is Trevor. Here, I'll tell you who can help you.
The guy's name is Trevor?
Travis, I think.
Travis. Did you see any abuse happening? Did you see anything?
As a mom,
Yes, please. Anything
me and
right
Adam
now.
do see them outside unsupervised often.
Any physical stuff?
The fuck?
No, but we do see them unsupervised quite often, and we'll like talk to them and.
Sure.
That's sad.
This trailer park looks like it's fucking messed up, man.
It
14,
is.
17.
But sometimes
she said
you
it
never
is.
know.
So I guess it is.
I kept telling you something was off. I kept telling you.
Why do you say that?
Just
looks like the whole fucking
you know
trailer
how
park
sometimes
is
you
off,
just get that feeling like these people
I
ain't
would get a
normal.
fucking feeling walking
It's
in
just
that
like
bitch.
that kind of, just that sense.
That nigga's looking down at the like they know. These two know what they know what's been going on. That nigga's looking at the floor. He can't even look at the nigga in his face. Gotta check on these niggas, bro. These niggas bro. Trust me, these niggas didn't call the police and they heard like shit going on, bro. They probably do drugs together and shit, bro. Look at them, my nigga. Probably not, but fuck, my nigga. Like, what even is this lifestyle? To be honest.
just that something was off.
The young girl's mother will tragically be coming home without her daughter. Despite the life-saving efforts of the ER doctors, 2-year-old Jacqueline Schwingle was pronounced dead early that afternoon. 5 hours after receiving this heartbreaking news, Kristen and Travis wait outside the camper while investigators look for any sign that Jacqueline's death was intentional.
How long have you been doing this?
4 years.
You like it?
Yeah.
Probably takes a toll on her.
It does. It really does, emotionally, physically, mentally, all that stuff. But
I've seen an officer at his day, just by himself, literally sat in a whole corner table, just sat in the corner watching everybody.
So you gotta be careful.
I walked up, I was like, "Can I buy your food?" And I sat with him, talked with him, you know, just like try to ease the tension that he was feeling. I was like,
a lot of times
I come here normally because like I work around here right now, but I mean like nothing major's ever gone on here.
But something major has certainly happened today, and investigators want Travis, the only one who was with little Jacqueline at the time of the incident, to tell them everything he knows, including the nature of his relationship with the child's mom.
So, would you say that you guys like boyfriend, girlfriend, engaged, fiance? Are you guys just friends?
If you're asking me, I say that's my person because like my go-to, but like my best friend, but also like somebody that I love very deeply. So I don't really know what you would call that, but like I feel like girlfriend would kind of be an insult to what I really feel and have with her. Since we've been together, everything that I've done and what I do has been for them. I'm a very selfless person.
With that unprompted remark, Travis tells detectives that he was in the bathroom that morning when he heard a loud thump outside the door. Moments later, he saw 2-year-old Jacqueline lying on the floor, motionless.
So, fucking Cap, my nigga. Cap. You heard a big thump and she was done for? Unsupervised your fucking children? What?
you pick her up, she's limp. You said she peed
on herself
and you.
Yeah.
And that was when it really clicked with you that something wasn't right.
Like it literally clicked. I was like, yeah, so this is not this isn't just like, okay, she's like choking kind of thing. This is I can't breathe kind of thing. I was like, okay.
And so that was when you
immediately took over with CPR.
Okay. So you lay her there, and you called Kristen.
Yeah, told her first before anybody. That's the mother.
Now, you said you tried 911 a couple times.
Yeah.
Then?
Yeah, it didn't go through.
Travis insists that whatever happened to Jacqueline that morning, he had nothing to do with it.
And there's no chance that tomorrow Jacqueline's gonna have any sort of any drugs in her system. There's no way she ingested anything that you left out, accidentally had, nothing like that.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. All right.
And I feel like you keep asking that because you found something.
There's a plastic baggie in your wallet.
Huh? From my wallet?
Mm-hmm.
What's in
my wallet?
I don't know.
My wallet? Yeah, your wallet, nigga. Yeah, bucko. Your wallet.
That's not good.
Your wallet.
No, I promise you, there should not be anything abnormal in her system. There should not be. There couldn't be. There's no way. Cause I'm not dumb enough to leave even my marijuana, like even my weed. I don't leave that out for anybody to get a hold of.
So let me ask you this: you're watching after the kids, and you're super protective of them. I get that. So why then is there a loaded AR pistol right next to the bed that she was laying on?
That was actually moved there this morning because normally that's kept up in the cupboard or it's underneath the bed. I was going to end up cleaning it, but before I got the chance to, that's when I heard the thud, which the safety was on, and I did teach them about gun safety. Even though I know she's 2, she understood.
Because we've gone through this story 4 or 5 times.
Yes.
Okay. Every time
you
completely left that part out.
Which part?
That you got these guns out of the cabinet.
Well, yeah, because I didn't really think that would have anything to do with it.
Okay.
That's my bad.
But Travis is right in that Jacqueline didn't die of a gunshot wound. The next morning, the investigators bring Travis to the sheriff's office to see what else he might be leaving out of his story.
Silver Spring. Dude, this looks like an old.
What the fuck?
I didn't even know these were still things. Sorry.
2 detectives soon enter the room, and they start by trying to put Travis at ease.
Just so you know, this door doesn't lock, doesn't even have a lock on it. You don't have to talk to us. You can walk out anytime you want.
Well, then that makes me look bad.
What do you mean?
I don't know, just
helping, I guess.
Well, I always appreciate help, but it's, just to clarify, you're not being forced to make any statements or anything like that. You know, we're just a couple guys talking in a room.
Okay.
And describe to me Jacqueline. What is she like?
Very hyper and energetic, as her brother is.
Very hyper and energetic?
Very, very outgoing. Very outgoing. She likes to be center of attention when they're singing and like, oh, look at that and look at this.
All right.
Okay. Very cute.
All right.
The detectives ask him to run through everything that happened at the camper from the moment he woke up yesterday morning, hoping that somewhere in that story they'll finally find an explanation for this tragedy.
And when I opened my eyes, I got Jason up, got him ready for school, took him to the bus stop. We waited, we talked a little bit about just, he thinks Batman's the greatest hero ever, and it's like money's not a superpower. Superman's the greatest. And that whole kind of thing, that the bus pulled up, I was like, all right, here's your bus. Have a good day at school. Gave me a fist bump, gave me a hug. We got on the bus, I went back, took out my firearms because they were going to be cleaned, but then I was like, no, never mind, I want to lay back down. I laid back down, and then Kristen was late for work because at that point it was like 8:30. She had to be there at like 9, but she just decided to be late. So then we both got up. Jacqueline was already awake, got her up. She wanted to go outside, play with the chicken and the duck. They did that. I made coffee.
I don't think a 2-year-old don't understand a fucking gun, my nigga. Crazy.
Me and Kristen drank our coffee, smoked a cigarette. Me and Jacqueline went down to the lake while she went to work, and then after we came back, I put her on the couch to watch Cat Dog. She had her drink. I told her the Cheez-Its were right there. If you want some, help yourself. I don't care. She was
good alibi.
I had to use the bathroom. I was in there for about 10 minutes, and then I heard her collapse on the floor.
GG's.
Barring a few minor details, this story is one law enforcement has heard several times by now, and Travis has once again failed to offer any explanation for what actually happened to Jacqueline. Nonetheless, he continues his account.
So when I looked out, through where the doorknob would be, she was just like laying on the floor, like, hey, you all right? She didn't respond, so I
like real
hit
shit,
the door
bro.
up. I was like, hey, you all right? She still wasn't responding. So I fussed, pulled my pants up, ran over to her, and she was like making a gurgling sound, like I thought she probably swallowed some water down the wrong tube or something, but that wasn't the case because when I picked her up, she was limp.
Yeah, that's fucked up, man.
Breathing. So I called Kristen.
Yep.
I said, you need to come home. Like,
that's messed up.
She's like, what's going on? I was just like, do you not hear her? She's literally trying to like breathe and she's not breathing. So I started doing CPR. When I tried to call 911, they didn't even
it was like a drug situation or something? She overdosed or something?
So I was like, all right, so
That'd be fucked
bad.
up, man.
This is bad. And
Autopsy is gonna tell us though.
We loaded
We're
her
gonna
up.
find out the
I told her just keep breathing into her mouth, keep doing the compressions, like, cause like she's not breathing on her own. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened. And so when she told me that she stopped breathing, we got on hold of 911 again, told me we needed an ambulance. They met us en route to the hospital. Met us at Old Crow Barbecue Restaurant.
The police report indicates that 37 minutes elapsed between the time Travis says he found Jacqueline on the floor and the call to 911.
How is discipline normally done by you?
37 minutes.
Mom, and they don't listen to me, and just tell them to get in the corner. Because Kristen doesn't want me to like put my hands on her. I don't want to spank them either, but I mean, if they're really out of line and not listening, then like they'll get like one pop and then still get put in the corner for like 5 minutes.
Sure, I understand. When you say one pop, like where would that be at on the body?
On the butt.
Okay. And would that normally straighten things out or fix things?
Wait, what
if
is
you have
that?
to do something like that? No.
What's
No,
one
it
pop?
doesn't work.
No, they're relentless.
Travis claims.
Hands on. I don't
one
want to
pop?
spank them either, but I mean, if they're really out of line
What is
and
that?
not listening, then like they'll get like one
The fuck
pop
is that?
and still get put in the corner for like 5.
One pop, nigga? That's what you call it? One pop? I never heard that shit. One pop.
5 minutes.
Sure, I understand. When you say one pop, like where would that be at on the body?
On the butt.
Okay. And would that normally
One
straighten things
pop.
out or fix things if you have to do something?
All right, bro.
No, it doesn't work. No,
That's
they're
cap,
relentless.
nigga. One pop, nigga.
Travis claims to have no interest in
One
spanking the children,
pop?
but one of his neighbors at the campground
One
said he had
pop,
reason to
nigga?
think otherwise.
Hell no, nigga.
One time, it's probably about almost 2 months ago now, I heard her arguing with them about hitting the kids.
About who hitting the kids?
Travis hitting the kids.
Okay. Did you physically see it?
I didn't see anything, but
That's-
I heard them arguing over the
Fuck.
fact of it. Don't touch my kids.
That looks like he never seen a dentist in his life.
Now that you've been able to think about it,
Feel bad for people like that, man.
What do you think happened?
Looks like he has no
I don't know.
sort
That's
of.
what honestly bothers me.
That nigga
Because
doesn't
the
look
deeper
like he
I
has a
think
clue.
about it, I can't answer that. Like, even I've asked other family members, like, what do you think could happen? There's like, oh, it could have been like a brain aneurysm, or it could be lupus, or this. And I was like, someone else mentioned lupus too, but I was like, there's no way. Or it's SIDS, and it's like, see, but no, she's 2.
And everything was fine all the way up until you went into the bathroom.
Yeah.
As far as you know.
Yeah, as soon as I saw her collapse on the floor, my whole world flipped upside down. I was like, what just happened?
Travis isn't finding his way towards an explanation, so the detectives reveal that they already know quite a bit more than they've let on.
Well, there was an autopsy that was done this morning, and like I said,
how did that come?
We're not doctors, and they haven't even released the final report yet. But Detective King, you were there, right?
I was.
Could you kind of describe what you saw then, so we can kind of get on the same page here and understand a little better?
So there's definitely, part of the reason you're here is there's definitely some injuries, some physical injuries.
Shut the door.
The injuries that we're talking about are significant. I can tell you from being there and seeing them go through this autopsy that I don't see how they could possibly be an accident, Travis.
I'm not sure either. I'm not sure what these injuries would be.
That's a card the investigators aren't quite ready to show, but they assure Travis that Jacqueline's injuries don't line up with his current statement.
Whenever the doctors looked at it, whenever they did the autopsy, they were looking at this injury and they're going, this injury doesn't seem to make any sense with this sitting on a futon and getting hurt thing, and you're with her.
It was something from before when she wasn't in my care.
So that's why a polygraph, a lie detector, would be so telling, because if it's outside of your care and you have nothing to do about it, the guy that does the polygraph, that's not us, it's somebody that knows how to work that machine. They'll be able to look at it and they'll be able to get a better understanding for that. You know what I mean? It's something that I've seen people be able to tell their families or loved ones, you know, look, I did this and my name is clear on this. Would that be something that you'd be interested in doing today?
Not exactly, because I know within myself and God knows that I would never do anything to harm these children.
But the detectives aren't quite as convinced, partly because of the skeletons lurking in Travis's
I didn't even know they still use those bitches.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've been worried about, accused of like abusing a child or hurting a child or anything like that in the past?
I have.
Is Kristen aware of that?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Indeed, Travis was a suspect in a previous case from 2019, 3 years earlier, when he admitted that he broke a child's arm in what he characterizes as an accident.
Yeah, that one I can admit that I was not paying attention. I put him in the center of the bed. I turned around because I thought somebody knocked on the door. Looked out in the hallway.
The fuck?
Nobody knocked again. And I
You
just
broke
sat
a
down
kid's
for a
arm?
minute, but as soon as I felt him under me, I immediately stood up. I was like, are you okay? No. Immediate remorse. Immediate, like, guilt. Just like,
Nigga probably gave him a one pop.
Like, but no one died in that case.
No.
Probably what it was.
But somebody did die in this case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but that's nothing that was inflicted by me.
What?
Travis was never arrested in that previous case, but the investigators cannot help but find it suspicious that, in their words, lightning struck twice.
Are you a victim of child abuse yourself?
Piece of shit.
Why would I
Piece
want to
of
put that
shit.
on anybody else?
Piece of shit.
Well, that's what I'm trying to find out here is if something had happened to you as a child and it was traumatic, it can change the wires in our brain. That's what traumatic usually is. It means it affects people different ways. People that go to war come back with PTSD.
It used to affect me as a child, but then that cycle was broken by a very good family member of mine, my Uncle Andy. He talked me through a lot. He taught me a lot.
When I was on the road, I used to see...
We're not talking about Andy. We're talking about the case here, buddy. Not Andy.
People get in these arguments with family members.
He taught me broken by a very good family. That used to affect me as a child, but then that cycle was broken by a very good family member of mine, my Uncle Andy.
What do you have to say?
A lot. He taught me a lot.
When I was on the road, I used to see people get in these arguments with family members, their mom, their dad, their girlfriend, and they would push or hurt somebody, and they don't even mean to even lash out with their body, but they are, and then they would forget, and then somebody would show me a cell phone video, and then they would say, I just saw red, detective or deputy at that point. I blacked out, and I don't even know what I was doing.
No, nothing like that, no.
Is there any spots or times you don't recall that would help us better understand what's going on with this injury?
No, because I mostly pay attention to everything that goes on around me.
I'm wondering what happened, because these detectives are not saying what happened.
Travis begins to feel that he's being unfairly targeted.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I already
Shut up, Travis.
that this was gonna be something that
You
was
ain't being
going to
targeted,
happen.
bitch.
What is it?
Targeted your daughter.
Because that's normally how it goes. That's
Killed
just my luck. People think that I always have something to do with it. That I'm this mean, horrible person, this and that. But really straight
Crazy.
up, you had nothing.
I didn't say you had anything to do with it.
What we're trying to do is figure out where this
where this came from.
The detectives acknowledge, however, that they don't believe Travis is giving them the full truth.
And the other part that I'm looking at, like we were talking about with you maybe forgetting something, okay? That this time you told this detective here what was going on. You said you tried to call 911 from the camper, is that correct?
Yeah.
Did you try to call 911 from the camper?
Yeah.
Okay.
I told you that too, but it literally did not go through at all.
So here's the problem that I have with that, okay? You gave me consent last night. It records everything that phone does, and there was no attempt to call 911 from that camper. Like you mentioned, we're talking about the polygraph. You've taken a lie detector test, okay? Right now, I've got some information here that it looks like something's missing, right? You agree with that?
But I'm telling you, I don't know.
And that, for your own protection, you want to go down there and sit down with that detective in there and go through that process with him and show.
Nigga's like, this nigga's done, man. He's scared. He looks generally scared right now. He doesn't know what to do. He knows they're gonna get him.
Hey, look, I passed it. I'm telling you the truth. This is exactly what happened. Then I take that and say, yeah, okay.
I don't need a polygraph test to tell you that.
I don't know you any better than you know me.
It's just another way that we
but how would I know you guys aren't trying to turn anything around using against me?
We can get a different perspective on the fucking device. See how nervous you are, you piece of shit. The lie detector will get how nervous you are. Need to question. Then your ass is grass, nigga. And those detectives are the lawnmower. You're done, nigga. You're cut.
Sounds like a setup.
What do you mean? What kind of setup?
I don't know. Like you guys are trying to get me.
You're cut from society, bro.
But if there's a broken bone within the time of when she's been staying at her mom's and we have not exactly been together all the time, then that had to have been some point when I didn't have her. Because when she's with me, she's super chill. She's happy. She does not care.
I can tell you from the timeline and speaking to a doctor that has done this for decades, the timeline doesn't line up that way either, with it having happened previously.
With yet another explanation off the table, the detectives go speak to Kristen in a separate room, leaving Travis to his thoughts.
What kind of question is that? I don't know. Broken bone.
Nigga talking to himself in a fucking interrogation room?
Elsewhere at the sheriff's office, Kristen tells the detectives that she'll take a polygraph if it will help the investigation. Meanwhile, Travis, who was aware of the camera above his head from the moment he came in this afternoon, continues to talk and perhaps
nigga's going to county jail. County prison, wherever it's down there.
That like makes no sense. There's no way. Like, no, dude. I said you.
You wouldn't be in this position if you didn't do shit. You gotta take your responsibility for your own actions. Sit in jail for 34 fucking years. Dickhead. Well, I watch you on my nice gaming chair. Piece of shit.
Thoughts on the conspiracy against him are soon interrupted by a most unwelcome phone call.
For y'all the guys though, that nigga deserves to. That nigga deserves to go in prison.
I'm really not. I got enough going on.
For y'all the guys, for y'all the real ones.
Yes, I know Uncle Andy's advice. Thank you. Mom, don't start your with me. Okay, bye. I'm not.
For y'all the guys, for y'all the real ones. For y'all the guys, for y'all the real ones. For y'all the guys, for y'all the real ones.
Kristen requests to see him, and according to the police report,
that nigga's going to be in jail forever though. For y'all the guys, for y'all the demons though.
Return to the interview room. They decide to get very clear on the kind of case this is.
When we're dealing with medical experts and people that all they do is
for
look
the
at
demons.
things and they see things and they
For
see
the
people
guys, for the
that
demons.
plane crashes and
For the
then
guys, for the
injuries
demons.
that is on Jacqueline.
For the guys, for the demons.
Ultimately,
For the guys, for the demons.
is that this is
But
going
keep
to be
that
ruled
nigga
as a
Travis in jail. That nigga's a bitch ass nigga.
Homicide.
All them other bitch ass niggas.
To define what a homicide is,
I know what a homicide is.
yeah, that would be
Get
that
the
would be as a
fuck out
result of your actions.
The detective explains that the only thing left to determine is whether Travis hurt
my
Jacqueline
door.
on purpose or whether it was some kind of accident.
She fell down on something causing a very serious break. then you're embarrassed, you feel shameful, you don't want her to be
This nigga should feel shameful. Piece of shit.
upset. I get that.
Seem embarrassed or shameful?
Well, see, that's what I'm kind of worried about here. Because 99% of the people that I talk to at least show some kind of like outward emotion. They feel upset. They're like, they show some kind of sadness or something, or they show something other than contempt or suspicion. But the whole time I'm talking to you, you look very suspicious, very paranoid, very non-remorseful, if you will. And that's what I'm trying to get here is, are you this like 1% of the people that I talk to that actually doesn't care at all about what they did, that they go out and find kids to just take out their anger on, or are you somebody that was abused as a child, went through physical abuse, has, I don't know, problems with taking care of children, which is why there was...
This is literally crazy. This is literally crazy.
It's beyond crazy.
Are you a kind of guy that just says,
beyond crazy?
I'm not taking a polygraph. The whole world should believe me. I wouldn't hurt any
You're
kids.
insane.
Look at all these things.
Fucking
They're just
insane.
accidents. They didn't happen. I don't know what happened. This is...
You heard me, nigga? You're never gonna hear me. You're fucking insane, Travis, man. You're mental, man. You're really mental. There's something not okay with you, man. You killed your daughter. Fucking Travis. What the fuck is wrong with Travis, Chad? Killed his daughter. No reason. Just because you wanted to go play with her toys. And who spanks a 2-year-old? Gives her a 1 pop. I've never heard that for a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old, how can a 2-year-old know how to assemble a gun? I never heard that in my life. Never. A 2-year-old? You're insane, man. You're a crazy guy. He said a 2-year-old assembled a gun.
It's crazy, and then they just say this is crazy. Could you imagine like all the things that we've learned, all at what we've seen with the injury,
He didn't say that, but
what we've learned about the timeline, and then we tell you all this, and your statement regarding all these things is, this is crazy.
Travis tells the detectives that there are other factors, including Jacqueline's recent hair loss, that could help explain her death. But along the way, he says something that sets off their alarm bells.
And there's been times where she would even say, my back hurts. And like even me and her would like you're only 2. How does your back hurt?
Your alarm bell. When would that come up? That's the first time I've heard that.
We talked about hair coming out.
This nigga Travis.
I don't remember talking about
at
that.
point she would just be like, oh, my throat hurts, my back hurts. I'm like,
fuck the nigga Travis.
Like, you've done nothing. You just got out of bed. Why is your
this
back
nigga's
hurt?
cut.
She'd walk around like her spine hurts or something, but yet she'd go outside and play. She'd go with her mom. She'd go with me to the store. Like she was fine.
The detectives don't linger on the troubling implications behind these remarks, but they will confront Travis with them soon enough. In the meantime, they merely emphasize once again that this would not have been a pre-existing injury.
Travis, this morning, I sat in the medical examiner's office and I watched them do
I thought he said he shot. I was about to say, what the fuck, man? Fuck, he shot in the medical. What are you talking about? I was about to say, is this an unprofessional
There is no, ouch, my back hurts. That's not this.
That's literally doesn't.
And I'm not even a doctor, and I can tell you from looking at it with my eyes.
This is why I said I feel like a target, because I never done nothing to these kids, dudes. I have no reason to hurt nobody for any reason whatsoever. They are just kids.
Shortly after Travis makes his impassioned speech, another detective drops by with some news from Kristen.
That there's been no complaints or anything about the baby's back being hurt or anything.
Okay. That's
Who said that?
That's from Kristen. Kristen said there hasn't been any. The baby's not complaining about her back at all.
Is that right?
Well, that's what we just learned it right now. So,
this is
booyaka, 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 booyaka.
This is a setup. Yes, because literally I've
booyaka,
seen her.
booyaka, 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 booyaka,
Okay,
booyaka,
so now I'm
booyaka.
telling you that, and she's saying otherwise.
There's no one trying to set you up here.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm being set up.
We're telling
for something.
you what we learn as we learn it, okay?
The detectives try once more to get Travis to open up.
That's definitely fucking schizophrenic, nigga. Talking about he's fucking being targeted. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? If you did it, what do you mean? What? Obviously, you're being targeted, nigga, if you did it. I mean, if you didn't do it, man, you shouldn't be reacting like this. A piece of shit. You're acting like a piece of shit right now, man. Piece of shit.
But Travis soon decides that he's heard enough.
Because I'm telling you, it's coming.
Oh no, he's gonna leave, isn't he?
That's ridiculous.
He's gonna leave, isn't he?
You're going to be involved as the last
He's gonna leave, isn't he?
that died from homicide.
He's gonna leave.
Completely separate
He's
than
gonna
what
do
happened
it.
before, where you said that you
Piece of
sat
shit,
down
he's gonna
on
leave.
someone's arm,
Yeah,
and also that child happened to have their teeth knocked out or whatever.
Oh shit.
This is separate. Let's go ahead and put that one in the past.
He's gonna leave.
Tell you that.
I read the report.
He's gonna leave, bro. He's gonna fucking leave. And then the whole case is gonna be done.
While you were in there talking to her.
Oh my gosh.
I've been trying to look, like I said, it's fluid and dynamic.
That's why you brought it up earlier, and I know
It's
that's
fucking
why
joking. You ain't leaving nowhere.
Okay, so we're trying to learn about everything that you've done, everything that you do.
Yeah, everything from my past that literally has no relevance to who I am now.
Well, I would say that a prior report of child abuse would probably be important for us to say to
4 years ago.
Even if it was 10 years ago. I mean, these
Not
are
the same person. Even then, I wasn't that person.
Well, I would hope you're not the same person, but we're sitting here now and we're trying to sort something out
You
now.
said I'm not the same person, and even then I wasn't the same. What does that even mean, bro? That's so confusing.
We'll go ahead and get you out front.
What does that even mean? I wasn't the same person back then, but I wasn't the same person now. Not the same person now, but I wasn't. So what? Bro, what the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Okay, we get Kristen so you can get the car
The hell?
I guess, and then you can be on your way.
The detectives leave him alone for a moment where he shares some parting thoughts with the empty room.
Wow, this is ridiculous. What the
Insane.
Travis walks, but detectives catch up to him outside the sheriff's office to finally reveal the truly horrifying nature of Jacqueline's injury.
Oh, he's trying to walk out.
Know if it was one of
He's trying to leave.
Wrong or anything like that.
Where's this boy trying to go? Where's this nigga trying to go, my nigga?
Catch up to him outside the sheriff's office to finally reveal the truly horrifying nature of Jacqueline's injury.
How would we not know if it was one of the nurses that moved her wrong or anything like that? Because
The nurse wasn't at the camper with you.
Yeah, I know that, but when they got to the site and they started picking her up and putting her on the stretcher, how would I not know it was one of them?
The injury that she suffered is how she got in that condition.
The thing is, no one can explain to me what this injury is.
Her spine is broken.
The rest of your life.
Her spine is broken. It's a huge deal.
Very serious break.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's not something I could inflict on a child.
That's also not accurate. Now, I felt it was odd during your portion of the interview where we get to the broken bone, we start talking about things. It's not specific where the broken bone was, but somebody during that interview, Travis, you discussed the injury or the complaints about pain in the back. And then you even went as far as to point to a general area. Again, those are clues.
Something inside of you knew that she was going to have a back problem that was going to come up, and then we come out here. We didn't tell you until we came out here that it was a spinal issue.
That completely blew my mind. I don't understand.
It did blow your mind because you knew specifically where the injury was probably going.
That completely blew my mind.
It was going to be somewhere in her back.
And you gotta
Shut
quickly
the fuck
say,
up, Travis.
That's over here. I've
Piece
sat.
of shit.
The person looked different. The person's name was different, but I've heard this exact same story about a
Methamphetamine.
thud that happened down the hall.
Okay, so you're gonna compare my story to something else?
Yes, I am right now, 100%.
All right, then I.
Yeah, the detective is gonna do that. Right fucking now. Nah, the real shit. That nigga Travis. Like, that nigga's dumb, bro. He's at least gonna get 30 years for that. Who would do that though? You know what I mean? That's some mental thinking shit. You know what I mean? Fuck. I never even met someone that would think of that. Actually, like maybe like a couple fucked up people actually. Nah, they wouldn't do that. Not my met a lot of weird people in this world. This guy's the weirdest. But I never met him, so good.
to go home.
Nobody's stopping you from going home. You got the keys to the car. It's over there.
No, I don't. I have the keys to my Jeep. That's broken.
Are you outside?
Yeah.
Is anybody holding you hostage?
No, but I mean, I don't want to be rude and just walk off.
Walk off? You're not going to offend us.
Sure.
100%. If that's the thing you're into, man, listen, all it's going to do is leave unanswered questions.
But as it turns out, Travis isn't quite as free to go as they suggest. Earlier, he sent some text messages to Kristen suggesting he might do something drastic to himself.
Am I allowed to go smoke a cigarette, come back, or would I get in trouble? I'm walking, don't know where, why. I'm just walking out on the way. I'm tired of bullshit.
That would bring this entire situation to an end.
Yeah, with all this going on, yeah, it kind of makes me want to. Because I didn't do anything, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to live with myself knowing that I can't answer anybody's questions with the answers I don't have.
What?
Then why am I being fucked up? Please do explain.
So, Travis, because of some of the statements that you've made, I have a little bit of a concern for your well-being.
Are you Baker acting me?
We are. We don't want you to hurt yourself. I can't, in good faith,
In
after what
solitary
you've said, the text
confinement
messages, the
for
conversations
72
we've
hours.
had, let you walk
Holy
away
shit.
from here knowing
That's
that's
a long
the
time,
way that
man.
you feel about.
Cannot lie.
I feel about everything.
That's solitary
Travis is
confinement
transported
shit.
by a deputy
It's
to a
fucked
mental
up.
health facility, and what follows is a slowdown in the investigation as detectives wait to get the full reports from the medical examiner. Those reports come back in September, 4 months later, and it's at this time that Travis is arrested and brought back into the interrogation room for one last talk.
Just take a seat right there.
Can you put these in front of me?
For right now, you're going to stay like that, so just take a seat.
Alright, this is the talk where I put some in it.
Goodbye, job opportunity.
As soon as we're done, we're going to come in and
Goodbye,
talk to you.
job
So let me get somebody to move those handcuffs.
Like, what, nigga? Goodbye your life.
Exactly what it is
The
I
fuck is this
did.
nigga talking
What do you
about?
guys think I did?
I know it's been a while since we talked.
No one's talking.
What?
I can tell you I've been harassed the entire time.
Well, I'm really sorry about that. I don't think I haven't harassed you in any. We haven't
No,
talked
not
to you at all.
you. The family.
Alrighty, well, hang tight. Let me get. Could you get his handcuffs moved to the front? We'll talk in 1 second, okay? Let me just get all this stuff taken care of.
Travis gets his cuffs moved and finds himself face to face with the detectives once again. This time around, they aren't holding anything back.
So what I want to know, Travis, is what actually happened.
We went to the lake, Kristen.
What do y'all think? Like, what do y'all think? Like, really happened? Because they didn't even tell us nothing about the autopsy yet. So I wonder what happened. I think maybe she got into fucking drugs, or maybe he hit her too hard or something. I don't fucking know. Something along those lines.
Went to work. We were there for like 20 minutes. I brought her back. She wanted to watch Cat Dog. So I put on Cat Dog. I went to the bathroom.
Never heard of no
I heard
Cat
something
Dog
hit the
shit.
floor. I opened the door. She wasn't moving. Unresponsive.
What was the injury that the doctor...
Last time I was here, you guys told me that her spine was snapped. But how is that not something you catch at the hospital when they first gave her CAT scans and x-rays? They don't just miss that.
Well, now they do, because, and I have...
No, they
don't. They do. I have
my sister works in the
This
hospital.
nigga snapped her back 100%.
She's literally a professional. You don't miss stuff like that.
She might be, but,
Nigga snapped
I
her
have
back,
the
bro,
x-rays, and I have
100%.
the explanation as to why it was missed in the x-rays.
The fuck?
Because of the way the break was, it did not show up in an x-ray, okay? I was there, I've seen this, but just to tell you what the doctor put is that she had traumatic injuries to her torso with a disarticulation. Do you know what disarticulation means?
No.
A complete separation through and through, break of her lumbar spine. Travis, there is no explanation.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys think I'm withholding information? I've told you everything. I don't know. You don't think this bothers me? The entire time I sat in jail, it didn't bother me? The entire time I've been out, it hasn't bothered me? That there's no explanation? Am I withholding?
Complete separation through and through, break of her lumbar spine. Travis, a disarticulation. Do you know what disarticulation means?
I don't even think.
No.
A complete separation through and through, break of her lumbar spine.
Didn't bother me? The entire time I've been out, it hasn't bothered me? That there's no explanation?
Never even heard of that
But
word.
the lack of
The fuck?
explanation doesn't stop Travis from throwing theories at the wall in the hopes that something will stick.
All I can really tell you is that in that 10 minutes of me being in the bathroom, she was out there with Luca. I don't know. It's probably an injury that happened before and finally caught up. I know that's possible.
So you stumbled out there.
That could have been what I was giving her.
That's not possible at
I know
all.
it happened at the hospital.
Nobody can walk without
Because
the
if you missed
fucking
it the first time, and
like their
somehow
whole
magically
spinal
here's the
cord
second other
snapped
time
in
you get an
half, ripped
autopsy.
in half.
So this new thing we've shifted to now is that the
How
hospital
the
staff
injury
broke the back
happened
in half?
before?
Because I just want to know before I.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Okay,
Okay,
died
how do
instantly.
you miss that in the first place?
Instant.
When was the body released? Because they have no issues messaging me, asking me how I sleep at night, sending me her remains in a plastic bag
I
in a meat
understand.
container.
Travis, what we're doing here is we're doing a lot of I say something and I try to bring up a certain topic of what happened, and then you hold up red herring and you say, look over here at this, and we go to something else. You're talking about.
This case is mod.
The hospital breaking your back. You're talking about not believing the X-rays. These things are all.
What is there not to believe?
We're telling you. We're not making any of it up. I promise
Everything,
you.
bro. Everything he's been saying
and
has
we're
been
gonna have to
bullshit.
talk about what really.
Everything this nigga's been saying has just been bullshit, bro. This shit's been heavy, bro. Heavy ass case. You can watch some speed shit after this, or like some
What you've told us so far is
happy
not
shit.
accurate. And I want to put the train back on the track and talk about real things. And the
Some
real thing that
speed chases.
happened, that her back broke, and that moment that you knew she wasn't okay, and you weren't in the bathroom sitting on the toilet when you know when that happened. Whenever she changed and she wasn't, and I hope you want to take it back, when she wasn't okay anymore. I want to go to that moment, and I want you to tell us about that moment.
Which moment?
When she wasn't
When
okay
she
anymore.
wasn't okay, I freaked the out.
What did you do to her that caused that?
I didn't do nothing.
I do not believe that. Doctors don't believe
See,
that.
that's
No
the
one
thing.
believes
No one's
that.
gonna believe me regardless of what I say.
The truth would be explained by.
I've told
Literally,
you. I've told you
exactly.
everything that I know. You have my phone. You documented
Ain't nobody
everything
gonna believe
on
you,
my
my
phone.
nigga.
And you got all these other people that want to throw their opinions in there just because they don't like me.
The detectives explained
They
to
don't like
Travis
you.
that the medical personnel on the case don't know him, and they offer him possibilities that actually fit with the evidence.
We would be interested in knowing exactly what the mechanism was that this happened. Was it a super hard
bro.
hug? Was it a over the knee break the just stop crying? That aspect we don't. Not much, but the point is
What the
that
hell did he say?
over the knee.
That's what I was
break
thinking
the-
he did. I
stop
fucking
crying.
think he did that.
That aspect we don't. Break the just stop crying. That
did he say?
aspect we don't.
What the hell is he saying?
Break the just stop crying. That
What's the hell is wrong with you?
aspect we don't. Not much, but the point is that we're trying to understand.
The hell he said, what the
how
hell's wrong with
injury
him?
occurred. You're there. There's a moment. It's something I'm hoping you're not very proud of, and we're hoping you can explain that to us, Travis. We're not here to judge
The
you.
moment when I open the door and see she's unresponsive, that's when I freaked out.
That's not how that happened, Travis.
That's how that happened. I was there. I saw it with my eyes.
I guess we could play it like that. He breaks her back. He lets her lay on the ground dying, and he
See,
goes
now
and
you're
uses the
seriously,
bathroom.
what the man? I was in the camper trying to keep her alive.
I
believe that you did that. I do believe that you did try to keep her alive.
But I didn't do anything to hurt her.
That's the part I don't believe.
Of course you don't. No one does. Right?
Nobody believes.
Other detectives rotate in to question Travis.
Everyone believes that
They're
you broke her
all
back, bro.
united on that.
The story's bull. It's simple as that. You know it is. That injury incapacitated that little girl. Okay? At no point could she ever do anything ever again. And maybe, just maybe, had you been honest at the beginning and called 911, and don't call 911 instead of calling Kristen, you called 911 and then told them exactly what happened, maybe I got a little frustrated that she'd be still alive today and we wouldn't be sitting here. But you hid it. You didn't call 911. You hid it from Kristen. You hid it from the doctors at the hospital. You hid it from the personnel in the ambulance. And she could have maybe been saved.
I thought the mom was bad too, but I think it's just this nigga.
And this is your opportunity.
When you say I should have called.
I guess he was the only one who was at the house.
Yeah, you should have.
The time
You know what else
when
you
this
should have
happened.
done? Is not do what you did to that little girl.
And then he broke
In
another
addition to
guy's
their
fucking arm.
questions about what exactly
Fucking
happened
kid.
inside that
4-year-old
camper,
kid.
the detectives have deep
And
concerns
his own
about
kid.
Travis and Kristen's recent breakup and how it may have affected his state of mind.
And I can see all these text messages, Travis. You say that this breakup and all was in the back of your mind, and that it was stressful, but it was all right. Where your phone paints a different picture, Travis. Or your entire conversation with Kristen is you begging her to come back, and her saying, Travis, leave me alone or I'm going to block you. And then you sending her 10, 15, 20 text messages
Good shit
in a
for
row,
fucking getting packing up and getting out of there.
Google searches that you were doing.
I was saying earlier, that fucking
how to fix your relationship.
that fucking little trailer looked fucked up, bro.
All of these different things that you're doing this
I don't know what the fuck was
time
wrong with that trailer.
that all of this is going on.
Only a week or so before Jacqueline's death, text messages show a relationship
Big
on the
ass trailer.
decline. At one point, Travis texts,
Hey.
"There's no way you're that up or that of a person to literally sacrifice our friendship to get what you wanted and then string me along and us go through what we did." In a later exchange, Kristen texts Travis and says,
What the fuck
"We
is
should
a
both
ladder
be
to the
capable
roof?
of supporting ourselves
Nigga, I
without
can
the
literally jump up
expectation of
there and just
depending
pull
on the
myself
other."
up on that
Travis responds, "Who gave
Fuck
you
is there
that
a ladder?
unrealistic expectation? That literally sounds like if anything were to happen to either of us, we wouldn't be there to help each other at all." That
The
message
ladder's
was
fucking
sent
useless.
less than 24 hours before the incident in the camper.
I can see that emotion in these text messages. And I can tell you from what I've been told from the people that are also involved in this, is they see these text messages of you extremely upset because the girl that you love has just told you that she doesn't want to be with you, she doesn't love you, and she's moving out. She tells you all of that. You feel like this entire time that you've been with her has been completely wasted, and she's turned her back and walked away on you. I have your prior history where you broke another child's arm.
Yeah.
That child also showed history of previous injuries.
That's from his dad.
There's no way that was an
That
accident.
family.
I don't believe
No one
that
has,
was an
look, my past, no one's been bothered talking to me.
Travis.
Again, just like this time, no one's bothered to come talk to me. Look, I can tell you everything.
I'm sitting here to talk to you right now.
I don't want to go back to jail, dude. I didn't do nothing.
So I'm looking at the previous reports. The family's telling me that the kids start getting hurt when you're around.
The fuck was that?
And then, let me finish. And then ends up in the ER with a broken arm. And all these incidents that get explained, that he fell into a place at, and all of these different things that happen. And then fast forward 3 years to the day.
Killed the kid over a breakup? That's insane.
This looks really bad.
But despite that statement, the detectives aren't
This
sure
bro look
Travis
like that.
understands exactly how bad it is.
Everything that I'm looking at, all of these test results, all of the findings, all of the opinions from these doctors that have done this for years.
This nigga thinks he's getting like 2 years or
This is
something.
possibly something that you plan to do.
Plan to do.
You guys know the charges he's being charged with?
Yeah, so I told you in the parking lot.
Yeah, first degree homicide. What the?
Do you know the implications of first
No, I
degree
don't.
homicide?
I don't.
It's eligible for the death penalty, Travis.
Oh,
You guys
shit.
died?
Well, I didn't say that.
I mean, a long enough timeline.
Oh,
First
shit.
degree homicide
That's not what he's saying.
is a plausible. The death penalty is plausible in a first degree homicide. And Travis, what I'm trying to do
What the
is I'm
fuck?
trying to paint you in the picture so that we can
The
move
death
away
penalty
from that a little bit.
I don't
This
want to
nigga has a death
die,
penalty,
dude.
bro.
Once again, the detectives encourage Travis
said,
to
"I don't
give
wanna
them an
fucking die,
alternative
bro."
explanation, such as his emotions getting the better of him in the moment.
If I'm
Knowing
such
that
an
you-
emotional person, you think I wouldn't express guilt?
Well, I think someone that would have remorse and would actually care about kids and things would have some kind of guilt. I'm a little on
So
the
you got
edge
the
about
death
that.
penalty?
You seem
No
like
way.
Maybe you're
That
really
shit's
into
crazy.
you and you aren't really into other
I
things.
can care less about my own well-being.
Yo.
Thank you.
This
But
nigga got the death
detectives say
penalty.
that's not the story they read in his text messages.
Yes.
They paint a completely different picture.
Death penalty.
Because all of your text messages,
That's the worst one he could have
Kristen and
gotten, too.
everybody else,
It's insane.
are all about you, what you want, what you need, all
He's gonna sit in
centered
jail
around
knowing he's
Travis.
gonna die.
Where you're using
What the fuck,
Kristen,
man?
a single mom, to
You're gonna put him there for like
support
20 years
yourself.
before
You're
he
living
dies.
in her camper.
That was
All of this
You're
stuff
gonna kill him
is
at the
going
most
on.
best.
You're asking her for money. You're
They do.
accusing
Bring a
her
family in.
of
fucking
abandoning you
his
and
whole
leaving
family.
you alone in the camper, begging her
crazy.
to come back. All of these things, all about you.
Like, real shit.
do it
Put him
right
right there. Fucking put him in the chair.
Do something that's not for yourself.
I didn't do it.
Fucking put him in an
That's
electric
not me
chair, or
convincing
they get the
myself. That's
fucking
me
big
digging
ass
my
needle.
heels and
Boom.
trying to put on a face.
Right in the neck.
Right, being fake isn't one of my best personas. I would argue
They've
that's
been
pretty high up there.
At several points in the interview, the
I don't know
detectives urged
any
Travis
other
to
ones,
think
to be
about what
honest. I
this
only
would
know
look
those two.
like inside a courtroom.
When you say that you've never harmed her, I don't think
hope he gets the
anyone
worst one.
in the entire world is going to believe that at all.
No, I don't believe that at all.
That's unacceptable.
I don't believe that at all, actually. I believe that you at all, Travis. You're done. You're done, man. You're done. Piece of shit.
I will make sure that I document that is your answer to our question of how 2-year-old toddler Jacqueline is dead.
He's dead.
I'll make sure that I document your answer as I don't know.
You're going to sit before the judge, the jury, everybody under the sun, and Travis is going to say, I don't know what happened to this innocent little girl that just wanted to watch cartoons and have a sippy cup, and then her back ends up broken. Her spinal cord is broken. She bleeds to death in pure agony and pain.
Which I don't believe that was happening.
Believe it. I'm telling
This
you.
nigga said he doesn't believe his own actions? Oh my gosh. Never heard that in my life.
Back snapped in half.
Well, actually, I watch a lot of these shits, actually. But they usually confess after. After this nigga said he's getting a death penalty, he didn't confess.
They have no
Maybe
idea
after a
what's wrong
couple
with
years
it. There's
being in
somebody
jail,
that
he's confess. But this
doesn't
nigga's
provide
fucked
any
up.
information on how it could have happened.
Like the ER doctor that I
Fucked
talked
up
to,
smeared right
she
here,
was
man.
crying in the hospital because she couldn't save the 2-year-old that came into her hospital because she didn't know what was wrong.
Could you?
Now she's got to live with that.
But yet, had they given her an ultrasound like Kristen asked,
Or had you told them the truth? Or back up a little bit further and you had not done what you did to her? Come on, Travis, blame the doctor. The doctors explained that the pain was so excruciating, that's probably why she was unconscious.
Wait, that nigga just blamed the doctor. That nigga's a piece of shit. He's blaming the doctor?
She wasn't unconscious.
They're not doing their job? What the
That's why you
fuck?
started giving her CPR.
When's the last time
The
you
doctors did as much as they
I've
fucking
never done that.
could, bro.
But Travis
never
never
heard
gives
that
the
in my life.
detectives a version of what
That
happened to
one's-
Jacqueline that
that
matches
one's
the
something I hadn't
evidence,
heard.
and he resigns himself to his
One of these
likely
motherfucking
fate.
interrogations.
This is
I
not
wouldn't
going to
repeat
be.
yourself.
This isn't going to be like your misdemeanor violation of an injunction.
Oh yeah, like I'm gonna get out anytime soon.
You're
I'm
like,
probably
get
gonna get the death penalty and die.
I can't tell you what's going to happen on that end.
Oh, for me, it's always the worst case scenario. I
Of
guarantee
course,
it. I get
of course. Victim Travis.
No.
You know what the
Victim Travis.
Who do you care about besides yourself?
Nobody.
That is apparent.
That's a true statement.
That is the
we've
first
heard.
truth.
According to a press release from the state attorney's office, the medical examiner determined that Travis applied significant gradual force to the victim's upper and lower body and bent her backward beyond her natural range of motion until her back broke.
Is the camera necessary?
24-year-old
What the
Travis Ray
fuck?
Thompson was charged with first-degree murder and went to trial 3 years later in June 2025 without ever admitting any responsibility for Jacqueline Schwingel's death. Despite that, it only took the jury 2 hours to decide. He was convicted of first-degree murder and given a life sentence. In a statement, the state attorney said bluntly, "Life in prison is too good for this kind of evil." Travis has appealed his conviction. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering
the
case
fuck,
files
bro?
that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details.
Nah, that's fucked up. That nigga's. Oh shit. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed that video, please drop a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.